Alrighty, so we have this question about what's scannable, what's not. And this character here is got full scanning, mastery 5, you could say. And she has a ship that could it really be there? No, it's not the right one. Where is her? Oh, yeah, I've got her thing out here in null. So I wouldn't be able to get her to out there to high sec. It's a really risky trip for stuff that's so costly. We're looking at well, I guess we're only looking at about $1.5 billion. Are these mid-grade? Is there high grade too? Or are these just mid? Let me look. I think there's only mid-grade virtue is the highest. Yeah, so there's a low-grade virtue and a mid-grade virtue. There's no high grade. So that is the best fit. I don't really want to spend all this money to find this out. So we'll just do a little bit of practical test. That's what we're gonna end up doing. We'll log off here and go back into my other guy. The practical test is if somebody's got combat probes out, I'm gonna let them try and combat probe me and see what happens.
Connecting.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. Which may sound silly or whatnot, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this guy is going to bring some more ships out, and then we'll have the ability to do here.
Warp drive active.
Right. To hop on Adventure is similar fit in TDP. Well, so we found that Adventure can't get high enough with the signal boosters. That it needs to be a Heron at least. And so, but what we want to try is with the other ships. I mean, I suppose we could build these ships out in null and then test them out there with my character out there. That is an option. That's an interesting suggestion. I think I don't want to go through all the setup of that today, though. That's I hadn't been thinking in that direction, but yeah, that's possible. I have another character out there that's capable of flying the Endurance and Prospect, and I think has full skills on him. She's not really a wormholer, but you know, for testing, it wouldn't cost nearly as much to build a couple of ships out there to test as it would to you know, buy all those implants in HiSec. So what I'm going to end up doing today, though, is kind of a practical test. We're going to go out and find some sites and stuff, and then we'll do a little mining of resources out there, see what we get, and if somebody wants to try and scan me down, we may let them try and see if they can do it.
Warp drive active.
I'm suspecting that they won't be able to, but I don't know.
Warp drive active.
Oh, Zafillo, new sub. I didn't see that. It must have been when I stepped away. Zafillo, thank you for the sub. 1,000 gold to everybody here in your honor. Then we'll see what Dolly thinks your Twitch avatar looks like. I'm not sure that I feel that one. Let me do something here. I'm gonna rerun it, giving it a little bit different command. This one's better. Woo-wee! Holy cow. Yeah, there we go. That one rocks. All right, I'm gonna put that up into Discord. A wild Zafillo appears.
Active.
It's pretty quiet today. Bowhead doing Bowhead things, yes. Got several ships here. You keep getting disconnects, Leroy? I did have a really weird message from Twitch this morning saying that my connection to them was really bad, but I wasn't losing any packets. There was nothing there, and the show was looking fine, but they said my connection was bad. So I was like, well, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know if I believe you. So, do I know any good mercenary groups to defend an Asbel in HiSec? I think that's what you're asking for. No, I don't. You know, and how much are you going to be willing to pay for that protection, too? I haven't owned any structures in HiSec in a long time, and I stopped because I kept getting war decked, and we just didn't have enough of us to defend. So, yeah, that's the problem with having structures like that. What you almost need to do is you need to be in an alliance that will help you defend. So, you can only get a war deck if you have anchored assets. Correct. And if he has an Asbel, he can be war decked. So, yep. I'll bet you that there's alliances out there that specialize in teamwork and defense structures. Not that you could make a change right now to do your defense. And then they have to pay to enter into the war, don't they? Or is it just the aggressors that have to pay? $100 million per week to the aggressor. Yeah, I don't know that we ever lost any stations, but I know we had plenty of war decks, and then they were threatening us, and they said, "Oh, well, pay us, and we won't attack you." And then one of the members of my corp got scared about it, decided that it was the best thing to pay them, and that didn't go well. So it's like, okay, so you pay now, they go away, and they come back 2 weeks later and they war deck you and they want you to pay again. So, yeah.
Drive active.
Yeah, so I did for a little while have some structures in another place that were a different corp, hidden character for a little bit. But that got hard to manage. So it really is that it does kind of require, you know, corp working together, because you get war decked. And so, I mean, if you're going to use the station so that it's just a loss if you get war decked, then fine. But a lot of times station stuff, you put a lot of more time and effort into them, and like an Asbel's for manufacturing, right? If I remember right. And so you have manufacturing jobs that are running in there and stuff. And so if you have to cancel those jobs, you know, you're gonna have a cost to that. And then if you're allowing other people to manufacture there as well, how are they gonna know? So, yeah.
Warp drive active.
And there'll be people that are war deck just because. Doesn't have anything to do with even knowing who you are. They're just like, oh, this corp is small. They have this structure. We can probably get an easy kill. I mean, that's something I would think. I'm not the type to be the aggressor, though. I like good PvP and stuff, but I'm not the type to seek out to destroy people's infrastructure or to gank them in high sec. I've done it a couple of times just to see what it was like, but, you know, it's not like... It's just not my style. I don't get a thrill out of that. Just like I probably wouldn't make a good criminal in real life. Either that, or I'd make an excellent criminal because I would do everything right. But criminals get caught. You know, it's like, yeah. I'd rather not have the stress of it. I would think that you know, being a criminal, that you would, you know, that'd be the stress of getting caught.
Warp drive active.
Crime and streaming don't go well together? Well, yeah. Yeah, let me tell you about my next plan. Don't share it with anybody. Right. Next thing you know, you have the internet trying to figure out location based off a picture on the wall. You hear about those stories? What is that one Netflix documentary? I think it's called Don't Fuck with Cats. If you guys haven't seen that, that documentary is amazing. And it's the power of people on the internet coming together to figure out crime, who did it, and stuff like that. I think it's called Don't Fuck with Cats. It's a really great documentary. And it's a true story, so and you look at it and you read the description and stuff and you're like, I don't know, but we watched it and it was really good. Yeah, okay. So there we go. Vipsky says, don't fuck with cats. Lucia Magnata. Yeah, it's a really good documentary. I think it's on Netflix.
Active.
I can highly recommend it. But it's that whole power of the internet. Or power of the people on the internet. The internet's just the tool. They have a lot of good true crime documentaries, but they're making money off these people's sick and twisted deeds. Oh yeah, well the problem is that we like stories about people's sick and twisted deeds. I think it's human nature. Alright, 2 more jumps and I'll be there. This has taken quite a bit of setup this morning. We still have just a little bit more setup to do. Got to build these ships. And then we got to go scan some wormholes.
active.
I haven't brought a bowhead out to this area in a long time. I bring freighters out here all the time, you know, hauling materials in and produced goods out, but not something like this typically. So I got a few ships that'll be good for that will be good for doing a little rat hunting. Keep the rats off of me. Hey, Bright Valley. And, you know, maybe they won't be strong enough for whatnot. I don't know. We'll find out. I didn't want to have to bring any battleships in, though.
Warp drive active.
Arriving at station. Have the avalanches come down to an acceptable price yet? Oh, they're getting really close. My estimate is about 3.1 billion. So, yeah. Soon, I'll pick one up and we'll play with it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't figure I'd have anything out here. Okay, all the stuff that I'm going to give over. Alrighty. right? And then we'll build these prospects. There we go. Now, hopefully, I have all the skills for all this, because I don't even know. Could be that I don't. Diminishing returns. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that all looks good. And then when we simulate that, it's 84 over 40. Doesn't tell how much we get. Just says that it'll be active. Okay, what are the skills on these? Gas cloud harvesting and mining. Okay, I got both those. There we go. All right. Those are ready to go, which is nice. I only have one scanning ship out here. Happens to be this Nestor. What's good? I don't know. Newbie tips. Your Omega stopped. Yeah, well, it's best to just pay for subscription monthly. That's where the fun is. If you're trying to grind to make the money, that's no fun. You know. All right, so we're gonna look at a couple of these ships here. We gotta fix them up just a little bit. I think we take this out. We put a cloak in. This one potentially is not going to be scannable. I don't know. Well, no, it's only 60 over 70. Which mode is this? This is propulsion? Yeah. Let's see if this stuff changes at all when I change modes. Oh yeah. Sharpshooter mode. It goes to 120 over 70. Wow. And then it goes to 60. So at sharpshooter mode, it might actually be good enough to not be scannable. How interesting. Without the propulsion on. Lost in which direction you go. So good money is relic and data sites, and it's pretty easy to get into. Mining can be fun. I mean, I'm going to go up into wormhole space today and probably get killed, but you know, that should be fun. And you know, it's really just a little bit of exploration of what feels good to you, what you want to do, you know. Hopefully we can fit a cloak up in this. No! How much is needed? 30. It's got 24. All right, so that's right. We had to pull out one of those as well. And then there we go. Vexer. It's out. That in. It works. Only have a 45-second cap. And let's see here. If we were stable without these. 215. Stable without that on. Right. It could be interesting. We'll see. Let's see here. One has an implant with it. I'm not sure why it has this implant with it because I actually don't need it. This one's kind of expensive, but you can fly without. You can fly with cloaked. Let's see, what do I actually want to call this? This one can be descanned down. Its counterpart cannot. This one, because this one can be covert. Covert, kite. And this, about this one, about, you know, how well it's going to work out. Anticipating death already? Oh, yes, yes, just when you undock. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, in high sec, you don't have as much aggression as you do in like low sec or null sec potentially. What people will do is if you're flying a really expensive ship and you're out doing missions or you're mining or whatnot, and you know they see you, they may come at you with some gank ships and try and make profit off your kill, off of whatever drops. So, yep. plenty of that goes on. How far can these fly? $77. All right. Might be a good first ship to start out with this. If I have any skins for it. I do. This is one of the first ships I remember flying. Once I was able to get into this ship and start doing it, I flew this a bunch. And I would just kite people. And then if I didn't kill them, they'd run away. If I got them, I'd be really lucky to have gotten them. It's a good stealth bomber. All right, we got a fleet. Go scan a couple of wormholes. And then maybe we'll be able to make something happen. Well, we have a few things in here. So we shall start here. Get that message out of my way, thank you. Expect to be taught about wormholes. Yeah, well, wormholes are not usually where you start out your life. Wormhole space, living in wormhole space is probably the hardest place to live. It's very expensive. It takes a lot of resources. You can make a lot of money to make it worthwhile, but it's difficult. Wormholes are their own thing. They're not high sec or low sec. They're just another system type, but there's no stargates going to them. You have to find them through the signatures that are wormholes.
Warp drive active.
Actually, should just go up in there with something. Guess we'll see as long as it's not going to As long as it's going to wormhole space and not to high, null, or low. No, it's not safe at all going to these. All right, unstable, use space, unknown parts, beginning of decay, medium-sized ships can pass through. All right. Let's go dock back up. We'll take a look at this. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode, or we're going in.